everyone, welcome to the Portsmouth City Council Christmas story time. And the first book we're starting with is one of my favourites. It's A Dinosaur That Pooped Christmas and it's by Tom Fletcher. So, right, we'll begin. I hope you're ready for this. From high in the sky, Santa looked down below to houses all cosy and covered in snow, where snoozers were snoozing top in their beds while dreaming the most festive dreams in their head. But one boy called Danny, a greedy young chap, the greediest chap in the planet in fact, was lying awake on his mountain of toys, which stood higher even than most girls and boys. But that wasn't enough. Danny still wanted more. He wanted much more than his toy box could store. So Big Santy C said, I'll leave him a present, but this year his present might just be unpleasant. Oh my. Danny heard such a clatter, his heart skipped a thump. It was a clopping of hoofs going clippity-clomp. He bounced out of bed and threw on some clothes and crept down the stairs on his tippity toes. There under the tree were gifts big and small and a ginormous egg placed in front of them all. An egg, Danny said. Santa's brought me an egg. Then with a crack popped a dinosaur's head. It wasted no time on that cold Christmas morning and started to eat everything without warning. It swallowed the stockings and the Christmas cards too, the red fairy lights and the green and the blue. There wasn't a single thing Danny could do except sit and watch as the dinosaur chewed. It chewed and munched and crunched on Kris Kringle, the reindeer, the sleigh bells, and all things that jingle. But it didn't stop there. There were more things to gobble, much more than the shiny, small baubles that bubble. It ate up the cat and the dog and the fish, and from the dishwasher it drowned every dish. The tables, the chairs, the walls and the doors, nothing was safe, not even the floors. Now reader, beware, the next part is so scary, and you may need new underwear. Danny's poor granny was knitting some socks, but the dino had no need for socks, it had lots. So it slurped up her knitting like strings of spaghetti and gobbled up Granny along with a settee. Then it ate Danny's mum and she was gone in one bite, and although Danny's dad tried to put up a fight, the dino had grown to the size of King Kong. With a gulp and a burp, Danny's father was gone. Oh, now nothing was left. All Danny could see was a fat dinosaur where his home used to be. And so with the thought of no Christmas this year, his tears turned to snowflakes and then disappeared. With a feeling of guilt in the dinosaur's gut, his brain brewed a plan involving his butt. He knew there was only one thing he could do to put Christmas right. It needed to poo! Oh no! It pooped out the turkey, the toys and the telly, and even the tinsel was now brown and smelly. It pooped all the presents and pieces of puzzle. It pooped all the things it had previously guzzled. And then Father Christmas yelled, "Out of the way!" as he flew from the dinosaur's bum on his sleigh. The dinosaur finally gave a huge push and pooped Danny's parents in one massive whoosh. Last but not least and never forgotten, Granny plucked out of a dinosaur's bottom. "Merry Christmas," said Dan to his whole family as they washed off the presents and put up the tree. And the greedy young chap that you saw just before promised next Christmas he'd not ask for more. And the dinosaur promised he would not eat a crumb, as you would if Christmas came out of your bum. Oh, smelly or what? Right, and the next book is Mog's Christmas Calamity, and it's by Judith Kerr. Right, are we ready? One night, Debbie said, "Do you know, Mog, when you wake up in the morning, it will be Christmas, and there'll be presents and lovely things to eat, and you will have an extra big egg for your breakfast." Oh, yum. Mog dreamt about the big egg. It was very big, and it was up in the sky. Mog had to fly up to get it, But then some big birds came. They wanted to eat the big egg, and one of them wanted to eat Mog. Mog flew as fast as she could, but a bird came after her, and suddenly she woke up. Phew! Something was stuck to her tail though, and she tried to shake it off, but it stuck on. And then it went into the fire and made a little fire of its own, and 2 more fires on the rug. Mog thought, I'm getting out! And she ran down into the street. Some people saw her shoot past. What's that thing with a fiery tail, said one. Oh, perhaps it's a comet, said the other. Oh, I better ring the fire brigade, said a third. Suddenly, Mog heard a horrible noise. Nina, Nina, Nina. Then she saw the thing that made a horrible noise. She thought, oh no, I'm going home. But the thing came after her. It chased her all the way to her house. 2 men jumped out, and they had a big yellow snake, and they shouted, there's a fire! Suddenly the snake spat. It did a big spit, and there was water everywhere. Oh, even on Mog, which is lucky because it's put the fire out with her tail. Then Mr. and Mrs. Thomas and Debbie and Nicky came out of the house. They didn't come out the door, they had to come out the window. They all said, oh, thank you so much for saving our house. And the fireman said, don't thank us, thank your cat. That cat led us to your house. That cat is a hero. Some neighbours had come to see what had happened to Mog's house. They all told each other that Mog was a hero, and then it began to snow, and they all went home. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, Debbie and Nicky went to get dressed, and then they looked at the Christmas room. Everything was wet, and some things were black. I'm sorry, said Mr. Thomas, but Christmas will have to be a bit different this year. They were all very sad. Mog was sad too. Then Nicky saw something out the window. The neighbours were coming back. They were carrying things and smiling. They said, we thought we'd help you clean up, and then we'll all share Christmas at your house. It was a wonderful party. There were presents and lovely things to eat, and there was even an extra large egg for Mog. That was the best Christmas we've ever had, said Nicky. Can we do exactly the same thing next year? Wow, said Mr. Thomas. Perhaps not exactly. Right, that's the end. And Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you. Bye.